Good morning, boys and girls. Okay, today we're going to do our new social studies lesson, and it's all going to be about sharing. Here we're going to understand the whole concept of sharing and how we should and when we can. Okay, now at school, do you all use the same pencil or the same pencil case or the same bag, or does each one of you have their own? Yeah, that's right, each one of you have their own. Now, if you came into class and found out that you forgot your pencil at home, what would you do? That's right. I would ask one of my friends to give me one. I will borrow a pencil. So when your friend gives you something, you are borrowing. Now, if your friend came into class and found out that he forgot his pencil at home, what would you do? Yes, I would give my friend an extra pencil if I have an extra one. Okay, so that means when you give your friend something, you will lend a pencil. Okay? Now, sometimes you and your friend want to play with the same toy, but there is only one of it. What should both of you do? Yes, you should play together. And when you play together, that means you are sharing. Now, if your friend needed a pencil and you had an extra one, but you didn't want to lend it to your friend, do you think that's a nice thing to do? Would you be helping your friend in this way? No, you won't actually be helping. It's not a nice thing to do, because you won't actually be helping your friend. Now, real friends usually share their things when they have extra things, okay? So, if you expect others to be nice to you, you should be nice to them first, okay? Now, before I go to school, I make sure I have all my books, my copybooks, my files, and my pencil case. I also make sure my pencil case is filled with the things I need, like a pencil, a sharpener, eraser, crayons, ruler, and so on. Okay, so make sure that you have all your things in your pencil case. Now, all the things I mentioned above are things that you own, which means they belong to you. Okay, so they are called your belongings. Now, your belongings are things known as your clothes, your shoes, your school things, your toys, and everything. So that you own are called your belongings. Okay, now, if my friend forgot his pencil at home, and I had an extra pencil, I should be glad to help my friend and give him an extra pencil for a certain period of time. I lend him my extra pencil. So at the end of the day, my friend will give me back the pencil I lent him. So the word lend means to give someone something for a period of time. Okay, that means when you are giving something. Okay, now if I were the one who forgot my pencil at home, I would ask one of my friends to give me an extra pencil for a certain period of time. I borrow a pencil from my friend. At the end of the day, I will give back the pencil to my friend and thank him for lending it to me. So when I borrow, I will take a pencil from one of my friends, okay? I will take an extra pencil that my friend has. But also keep in mind that you should always remember to take permission before borrowing others' belongings and thank them when you return their things. Okay, so you must always take permission before you borrow anything. Okay, so when two friends lend and borrow things, when they are sharing their belongings, okay, if my friend needed something that belongs to me, such as an eraser, I would be glad to share it with my friend because I care about him. You might even share a piece of your sandwich with your friend who has forgotten his lunchbox at home. Okay, you might share a toy and play with your friend. So sharing means when there's one of something and both of you are playing with it or both of you are using it. Now remember, when you borrow something from others, you should always return it back to the owner. Always take care of what you borrowed as if it was your own thing. For example, if you borrowed a pencil, make sure you return it to your friend unbroken and in a good shape. Okay, so make sure when you borrow something from someone, you return it the same way you received it. Now, sharing is a good thing that someone does to his friends. This makes us better friends. It keeps our relationship strong, okay? Keeps you closer to each other. Before sharing your things with others, make sure that your friends want to share their belongings with you too. You cannot take what belongs to your friends if you didn't take their permission. So remember, always ask for permission before you take something. Okay, now we're going to read through the lesson, okay, and we're going to understand it even more. So we're still in Unit 5, Good Manners. Our lesson for today is going to be about sharing. My books, my copybooks, and my pencil case are my belongings. So belongings are the things that I own. They belong to me. If my friend forgets his pencil at home, I lend him one of my pencils. Now, do you remember what lend means? Lend means when you lend something to someone, you give it to him, okay, for a period of time. So you give someone something, which means you are lending, okay? Now, sometimes I borrow a book from the school library. When we borrow things from others, we take them for a period of time and then give them back. So remember, borrowing, which means to take, but you will return it back, okay? If a classmate of mine forgets his sandwich, I share a piece of my sandwich with him. When people share things, they allow others to use their belongings. Okay, so sharing, which means both of you are using the same thing together. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Keep it up.